Trying to build a business is tricky. Trying to figure out what to price is trial and error. Again, learn a lesson, right? And I've learned that, yeah, I have underpriced this completely. And so he's going to get good value just the next time around. Obviously, the price itself is going to change.
All right, good morning, everybody. It is Tuesday the 19th. I am now home, and I am getting a chance to do my walk and talk along a busy road here in Windsor. Lots of traffic. Trying to get myself situated and ready to think about what are the plans I need to do this week. What are all the things that I need to accomplish? More importantly, what's on the list? How do I prioritize the list? How do I knock stuff off the list? I went through, I gotta move them all still, but all the files that I have from my recording session in Florida with Keith. Publicly, I've been saying 250 plus. Keyword is plus. It's over 400 video files. That's a lot. That's an understatement. That's a plethora of content to go and record. And that's review, edit, caption, thumbnail, put music to, then upload again to a file folder to send to him so his social media people can post it. I don't know what I did, but so unlock some magic this weekend. So yeah, excited about that. Record some more content for another client tonight. Long form content, which is, I'll tell you, much easier to do instead of chopping a bunch of shit up. Boy, I got a list.
All right, so here we are this morning, back from the walk, and I am editing videos. Actually, more importantly, I'm editing videos on one computer. On another computer, I'm trying to upload all the videos that I shot this weekend. As you can see, I'm wearing my computer glasses as well because I'm just staring intently at the computer. I think I'm just tired as all hell from getting back from traveling yesterday too. But like this process, it says here to upload all these videos that I have from the memory cards to my computer. Looking at 5 hours and 42 minutes left at this point, which I think is interesting considering the fact that I've been already doing this for an hour and I did another 3 hours last night. That's how many videos I shot. Oh, yeah. Obviously, when you shoot them at 4K and high quality, they're massive files. So it's taking a while. So because I did some last night, I am basically editing on my desktop. And then I am doing the upload on my laptop for some of them as well. I'm basically taking every raw file just to make sure I'm covered and throwing it up into the cloud. Because the last thing I want to do is have anything happen. Like I've already lost footage with other clients before where like something kind of gets corrupted in some way. So I'm trying to get everything uploaded. I had a list today of all these things I wanted to do today as well. And I'm so pumped that I got my entire list plowed through and done in the first hour that I started doing work. So again, I think it just shows the level of intentionality. I want to get the video stuff done here for Keith as quick as possible. I understand it's probably going to take me weeks to do this many videos. I'm trying to get my head around my ideal way of doing this because I don't need these. I'm staring at the camera because I'm basically taking every video, chopping it up, throwing in music right away. Haven't built thumbnails or anything like that from it, but the goal will be thumbnails for everything, of course, caption everything. So I basically am putting everything into what let's flip this around and show you. Sorry, so we've got a folder here where it says no captions, and then one that says used. So we've got various videos that we took. As you can see here, I'm also uploading various videos too into Google Drive. So The whole goal is then to put it into folders so it's easier to kind of do in case I want to make any sort of edits and stuff as well. So like I put it into no captions, which means then when I go to caption everything, I can just plow through. Now some people might think like, oh, maybe you should just do captions at the same time as you're editing. Well, I use different software. That's the big thing. Is like, so I will do editing sometimes depending on the complexity of the shot. I have three or four different programs that I will use depending on the complexity of the video that I'm shooting. Some of them might be just quick, simple ones, then it's easy, so I could use the captioning software that's in it. I have another one that like I love the way like it gets so detailed in terms of what I can edit, but the caption software in it sucks. It doesn't give me a ton of, options. So I'm kind of sometimes flipping video files between one system to the next to get the desired outlook that I'm kind of wanting. My goal with this, again, this might be a terrible way to do it, but I'm thinking I want to basically get everything chopped down to whatever format, it's supposed to be in. So I want to have it all chopped. And once I have it chopped and then music and stuff added, so I know this is my clip, then that gives me the great flexibility to be like, okay, now I can theme it a certain way, or I want to have certain looks in terms of maybe this type of video is going to be thumbnailed this way, or this one's going to have an outro, this one won't have an outro. It's just looking for some ways to have some flexibility, I think, more than anything else. I think that's what I'm ultimately trying to go for. All right. Good morning, everybody. It is Wednesday. It is September 20th. I have put the cell phone in this holder, and it is shaky as fuck. So I don't think this new $20 device works that well. So I apologize about that, but I figured I'd try it out and see what would happen. And it looks like it fucking sucks. Anyways, so I am going to be at a client's place today doing a lot of coaching. Coaching this morning, coaching this afternoon. I'm going to be checking in on some employees for one of my clients that I have who's on vacation. So, just kind of seeing if they're needing any help, support, just kind of being there as well. So spending the day there, and then I'll get back to it, and I will be doing videos. So last night after I did the event that I was recording content for, I decided I better just get this thing edited, the video. And I didn't realize that I was still on settings for my camera that I had done down in Florida. And so they were like cinematic, high quality videos that I was doing down there. And so I was shooting the content last night, and it was about an hour and a half worth of shooting. The video file was fucking massive, because I need to take it down, edit it, throw it up onto YouTube for this other client for their event. And I'm glad I did it last night, because it took forever to get the thing downloaded and then uploaded to YouTube. By the time I woke up this morning, it was finally done, but because it was such a gigantic file. So learned a couple lessons there about I don't need to sit there and have this cinematic quality, and I got to make sure the settings are right before I start hitting record. So yeah, lesson learned. We'll be better moving forward. That's what it's all about. That's why I'm having to do this video. It's like accountability in a way. So when I watched stuff back, I was like, oh, there's a mistake, let's fix it. So anyways, yeah, I am glad that I did that, because I wouldn't have had time today to do it. It's just, then it's delayed, and then they can't get it out to their people that they need to for the video side. So doing that. I then also wrote an email to my other client on the hiring side, just to say, I think we're misaligned. If we can recalibrate and talk about the role that I've been struggling with for over a month now, I want to hear back from them. What do they view to be the top responsibilities? Because I got an email from them last night, and we're not aligned at all in terms of what they were wanting and what I was trying to deliver. So it is a question of, can we get recalibrated, or do we need to see if there is just a better opportunity elsewhere, maybe down the road, and maybe this is not the right role for me to hire for them. So we shall see. The other thing I did last night too is that even though I've kind of done my own basic logo and everything for the new corporation that I'm launching, and again, name to be announced, I decided to go onto Fiverr and actually just pay a few freelancers to generate a variety of logos for me. So yeah, it's going to cost me a couple $100 across all the different freelancers, and I'm curious to see what people come back with, because maybe they come back with something better than what I've created, and I get just a different perspective and a different skill set. While I'm really, really good at editing videos, and I'm fucking biased, but I'm really good at it, I maybe not be the best graphic designer. Like I use Canva for a lot of stuff, and I have other software tools, but Canva's the primary one. But Canva's just got a lot of shared elements, so I'm thinking maybe these designers, these freelancers, which seem to be all overseas, have something different. So I wrote out a lot of descriptions of my vision and what I'm looking for and what I want to do with this logo, and not only is featured on my website, but feature it elsewhere. So I'm hoping they come back with something really kick-ass and cool that I can just say, okay, my logo sucks, I'll do something different. Because again, I'm still in the development phase of the website. Speaking of the website, so yes, there's the logo piece that I want to obviously kind of outline. I paid for all the hosting, got all that crap done. I've built the shell of it, and by the shell of it, I mean like your core basic pages, your home page, your contact us page, your services page. Very, very high level, and I would say very, very, very high level copy I've kind of put in. What I haven't done is obviously put in images yet. Haven't put any videos. That stuff, I'm kind of waiting to get the logo done. So I should be receiving logo files in the next, say, 48 hours based on the different people that I've reached out to. So if that's the case, I think I'm not probably touching website stuff until the weekend at this point. That's okay. So yeah, I just want to get that done, but I'm going to try and take it more patiently, because the last time, well, when I launched Hire For Me, I kind of put the website out so damn fast, so quickly, and while it was cool to sit there and have something done, I ended up going back through and spending more time on it. So I'm doing more upfront time at this point, which I think is important. The other thing I want to state as well is, so obviously in last week's episode, I talked about turning $200 into $10,000. Obviously had a little bit of luck gambling. Some people have reached out wanting to understand more about how does that happen. And so I only showed a snippet of just one game, but I played multiple games over that hour and a half stretch. Basically, my strategy, sometimes when it comes to online gaming, I usually play poker as my main game, but I had a feeling on the slot machine stuff. I also love roulette. Like my best roulette session is $108,000 in a single day. So what I did is I ended up taking my $200. I played some roulette. Obviously, you got to hit roulette or you're out if you don't get lucky, and I hit a couple of numbers. That got me some money. I started to play some slot machine games. That got myself up to $1,300. That's when I decided I'll play that one game. Those were dollar spins. And then obviously that led to making just under $7,000 on that win. And then I played a few more games, went back to roulette, and carved out the $10,000. So people who are asking, now you know, it wasn't just that one fishing game. It was more. And for me, it's always more. The best strategy when it comes to gambling, and I think this is like online, I think this is also something that you got to keep in mind when you go to Vegas or you go to any of your local casinos. If you hit a bonus game, if you hit a jackpot, move on. Cash out, go to the next game. Or stop, or just leave, whatever it is. Like, when you hit, the chances of you hitting again are pretty slim. So the only time that I ever stick around in the same game is that if the bonus is absolute dog shit. Like, it's absolutely the fucking worst like amount of money you can imagine, and it's almost like embarrassing that, like, why the hell did this even happen? Then I'm thinking, okay, they're gonna reward me maybe. Oh, this guy did not even look as I'm driving. He just completely pulled out, and now he's trying to 3-point turn, and his vehicle is all smashed up. I wonder if I can go past him now. Wow. Some people suck. Oh my god. Alright, good morning everybody. It is Thursday. It is the 21st of September. I am here at Park in Windsor, about to go for my walk because it's just around 7:30 or so. Yesterday, I ended up doing a lot of coaching with clients, and that took all day, pretty much actually. And normally, yeah, it takes a couple hours per person, but I've just spent all day doing coaching, which was great and hopefully beneficial for those involved. And then, so I didn't record anything because I don't want to show that, because it's also like sensitive stuff that people are kind of talking about in their world, what's going on in work. So I just kind of left it alone. And then, yeah, I went for a walk with Raquel, and before you know it, it's time to go to bed. So here we are, Thursday, no meetings today, which is great. I'm going to walk, I'm going to go home, have breakfast after I walk, and then I'm just going to be video editing all day. All day I'm going to be tackling Keith's videos. I want to get them done as quick as possible because, well, there's a lot of them first. And then after that, I looked ahead and I realized, okay, so I've got another recording session with somebody else on October 2nd. So that's really like a week and a bit away. Got another one on October 12th. I know I've got one September 26th. And then I've got weekly with a client throughout the month of October. So at this point, like, I have to get all of Keith's 400 videos reviewed, chopped up, cut down, to ultimately figure out what stays, what goes. I think, again, half probably stay. It might even be like less. You never know, right? Until you get into it, because some stuff you might just use as B-roll. So I've got a lot of videos to edit, which, if you would look at a lot of people who offer similar services, it would take them months to get that much video content done. I move quick, I move fast. I go all in doing it. So I'm going to focus really hardcore today on that. Because then tomorrow morning, I've got appointments set up that I got to go and do. Meeting with somebody, just kind of network and talk, share more about what I do. Then I got an appointment with the bank, set up the bank accounts, get this process fucking rocking and rolling on the corporation side. All right, so the goal is to edit as many videos as possible. Today, tomorrow, Saturday, Sunday, I want to get as many done as I possibly can. So, I'm uploading some of these to my computer directly from the memory card, but I think at this point, I've got a couple hundred videos to kind of go through, and I'm going to edit them as quick as possible. My approach is going to be rock out to music as I do it. I love music. I listen to music all the time. I'm a big classic rock guy. But the song that I've been listening to lately, I think it's because of the movies, that's really helped me get into the kind of the swing of things, is basically, if you Google it or you find it on YouTube, Spotify, whatever it is, it's called John Wick Mode. For the first time ever, I know I'm behind the game on this, I watched the John Wick movies. I still need to watch the fourth one, but I've watched 1, 2, and 3 over the course of the past week. And it just got me pumped up and ready to go. So when I edited 47 videos the other day, I listened to that to kick things off. I went for my walk this morning, listened to that to kick things off. It might be my new kickoff song. So Google it, John Wick Mode. That is what I'm going to play. I can't play it on here because probably then the video is going to get taken down because of copyright stuff that happens on YouTube. But I'm going to rock out today and just get these videos done. I get them done, I'm going to feel so comfortable about moving forward and what I need to do. I got other tasks I need to accomplish as well, but this is important. Get them done. I'll feel so much better. All right, so far, 41 videos edited. It's been about 3 hours so far. Lots of work to do. When you're trying to edit videos, you're trying to also like eliminate, maybe some awkward pauses. I do a lot of jump cuts, trying to overlay some different footage over top some of the stuff that's being talked about, like B-roll and stuff like that. With these ones that I haven't captioned them yet. Basically, all I'm doing is I'm trying to go through all the 400 videos and see which ones stay, which ones go. As they get touched, then I throw them into a folder. I don't fully delete anything, but I'm trying to organize it. So therefore, I can have stuff to either go back on, pull from, but I'm basically trying to chop it up, throw some music onto it, and then I do the captioning as the next phase, but I'm trying to just chop right now. The last part is going to be the rendering that I do with a thumbnail. Trying to get a thumbnail for each one is honestly the one I think is like almost the hardest, the most time-consuming part of the whole process, because you're trying to come up with like what's the text that you want to have on screen. Is there an image of the person that you're trying to pull in? But just powering through. I think that's what it's all about. I've decided to raise the desk as well because I've been sitting for hours. Just got myself some food real quick. Got some protein, got some eggs in me. And now it's just edit time. Just keep plowing through. My goal will be, I think I've got another 12 to 13 just on this screen here that I'm going to try and get chopped up. And then that'll give me 50, 55 videos or so that I'll then caption to get that done. I'm basically trying to get about 50-ish captioned, ready to go before I do thumbnails. My thumbnails is going to be the last on everything that I'm going to do. All right, so getting ready to go to another Windsor Spitfires hockey game here tonight. Ended up doing just about, I'd say about 60 edited final videos today. So I feel really good about the quantity that I've gotten through. And then tried to review some of the other ones that I have still to do. And of the 400 files, I think there's some that just like are stops and starts and aren't so good, and ones that maybe just didn't come through as good a quality for a variety of factors, like too much background noise or image didn't seem solid enough. So I figure I should be able to get these all done by Saturday. All right, good morning, everybody. It is Friday, the 22nd of September. I don't know why I keep wanting to say July. I had to pause for a second there. Anyways, it is Friday, July 22nd. This week has been, I would say, as uneventful as possible in the sense that it wasn't me running around, flying places, gambling a crazy amount, winning money. So far this week has been me just putting in the work. And the work's been just editing videos, really trying to get everything set up as quick as possible for last week. From last week, I should say. Finalized finally the logo that I'm looking for in terms of my new business and company, so I gotta work on that. Right now I'm in the car because I'm about to just head to the bank, setting up the official bank account for the new business, which is cool. And then I've got somebody who wanted to meet and kind of have a bit of a networking talk, chat, get to know kind of thing here in town. Maybe there's business opportunity there, I don't know, but gotta go have a coffee, even though I don't drink coffee with somebody. I'll have something else hopefully. But yeah, I'm going to go do that, and then it's just getting back to it, and I'm going to pump out as many videos as possible today. For my client, I really truly believe, somehow, I'm going to get them all fucking done by this weekend. I'm going to edit as many as I can today in the afternoon that I have. Tomorrow I'll edit more. I do have a meeting first thing in the morning with another client. But then I am going to hammer through, get them done, hopefully tomorrow. The hardest part, which is the most time-consuming part, I think, is going to be building the thumbnails for each and every single one. Because then you got to figure out the hook, the image, all that fun stuff. So that's what I'm doing. I'm going to go pay attention and drive. I consider myself to be very lucky. Not just from a gambling perspective, as people might have saw last week, but I think just lucky to have found more about myself and what I love to do. I went and I had it's called going for coffee, but I had a smoothie because I don't drink coffee with somebody. And I was talking to him earlier today. He was talking about his journey, his entrepreneurial path, how he got to where he is today. And I think about mine as well. And I consider myself and anybody who's an entrepreneur to be lucky because you found a way to do hopefully what you love and make some money doing it along the way. You know, I've got some content screens up here, you know, behind me because I'm editing videos, and for some people they would probably absolutely hate it. I love it. I absolutely love it. I'm all in with it at this point. I look at the different business models that I have and the income streams that I have. Yes, I love gambling. And I love to interview people and to hire for them as well. So I have the hiring company. I love coaching and the impact. Consulting is awesome. Speaking, when the opportunity arises, I feel alive. But with this content piece, the level of creativity I get to have is unreal. It's like anything else I've ever done. I just have so much fun doing this. And I can't imagine not doing it, not being successful doing it, now that I've really decided to go all in with it, everyone always looks at the vanity metrics, the likes, the followers, all that shit, right? But at the end of the day, it doesn't fucking matter, that stuff. Because sometimes you don't need to have millions of followers just to make good money doing it. I don't have millions of followers. In some accounts, I barely have any followers. But it's the ones that do that makes a world of difference. You gotta have the right people. That's what matters. This stuff's fun. Is it hard? Absolutely. Absolutely, it is challenging, it is hard, you're thinking, but it's something that, like, it becomes more natural over time. I do all this other content for other people, and then now I sit there and I'm like, God, I gotta find time to do it for myself. That's gonna be the trickiest balance, is I'm working right now in the business when I gotta work on the business. That's what I look forward to doing over the next couple of weeks. Alright, so here I am, Saturday, the 23rd of September. I am still editing videos. I am kind of in the home stretch a little bit here. I'm loving doing it. Just absolutely loving it. I think that these videos are coming out incredibly well. I would say I'm in the final 20 videos that need to be put together here in terms of just the chopping up process, and then captioning the remaining 20 because I've been doing in batches. And then it's thumbnail creation time, which might suck a little bit because then I got to go through all the rendered videos and then add thumbnails to them and re-render them out and stuff. So I think I have another day's worth of work. So I can tell you one thing, Keith, if you do watch this, I undercharged you for it with how long this is actually taking and the amount of hours I'm putting in. But you know what? This is the lessons that you learn. Trying to build a business is tricky. Trying to figure out what to price is trial and error. I have learned some valuable lessons on this project. Well, I loved, the time that I had down there in Florida last weekend. The project itself was amazing. The footage, I think, is going to be game-changing for Keith. He's going to really love what I'm sending him. It's more work than I anticipated. So, again, learn a lesson, right? And I've learned that, I have underpriced this completely. And so he's going to get good value. Just the next time around, obviously the price itself is going to change. I think the unfortunate thing is that it also means that for any other future customers that, things have to adjust. And I think you're always in this kind of battle of what do you charge? What's the rate? What should it be? You're trying to figure it out. And if you've never done something to this scale before, I've never done a project to this scale, so far. And so doing this, I've just realized I got to make some adjustments next time around. It's a dick move to try and go back and say, well, no, we need more money. I'm not doing that. So, lesson learned. That's my weekend now is going to be just tied up doing this. I could space this out. Theoretically, you're right. I don't know if you're saying you're right, but if someone's thinking that, you're right. I could take multiple weeks to get this done, but then I looked ahead and I'm like, okay, I have this role that I'm hiring for. I met with the owner this morning, and that's, I got to get that done, prioritized. I have another couple shooting sessions, I guess we'll call it, batch creation sessions coming up with various people over the next couple of weeks. So I literally don't want to sit there and have a bunch of content from a bunch of people that I need to get done. I just want to basically shoot the stuff, get it edited, move on to the next customer. So it's very much feels like a factory that I'm just kind of trying to pump the stuff out, but I got to get it out of the way. This is where I think the value of a team is going to come into play at some point, because it'll be, I can go and do the shooting, and as long as then I follow with the right standards and stuff, it'll be fine, but I'm not there yet. I realized I don't want to sit there and hire somebody. I'm still solidifying things. I just got a big list of shit to do, and just got to get it done.
Alright, here we are, September 24th. Going for a walk, Sunday. Raquel's way ahead of me, as usual. So, I have to admit, I think that the health thing has fallen completely off in the last 7 to 10 days. Going to Florida last week, obviously going and eating out almost every single meal. Probably not so good on the health front. This week getting back, trying to get all this editing done in the swing of things. I think the same things happened. Kind of falling off the map. Completely off, to be honest. So yeah, I got some work ahead of me. Gotta pick up the pace. Literally, walking here. I'm flying through editing the videos. I will have that done today, which is great, because then it's on to the next thing. My list of stuff that I have is pretty big that I got to do across the board in a lot of different areas, so I just want to get ahead. I think that's probably what's bothering me as well, and while I'm maybe having more drinks and food and stuff that I probably shouldn't have. So, lots of work to do. Gonna push it today. Get all these videos done. They're looking awesome. Like, they're some of the best work I think I've ever done, ever. So I'm having fun doing it. But yeah, gonna have a great day and hope this is, I know this is not as exciting of a week in terms of pushing 40, in terms of compared to last week, especially based on the feedback that I've received. But at the end of the day, every week's different. Just gotta keep pushing it, and that's what we're doing here. Pushing it to start off the day, and then I'll push it all day long. Alright, we'll see you next episode.